everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is Danny here. I think it's been like 6 months since like my last video. I'm kidding, it's been like 3 months. So you know, we're slowly making progress, but I wanted to film something kind of near and dear to my heart because today is December 31st. It is the last day of 2021 and it is also the last day that I will be 19, which is still kind of surreal that I hit like 19. I'm like, well, this is technically the last day that I'm ever gonna be a teenager ever again, so here we go. Quite honestly, it's kind of surreal that this is already the end of the year. I feel like this year literally flew past so fast. I feel like every year is like that essentially, but yeah, I just cannot believe that we're finally here, and I just want to share some things with you. This is my 20 things I learned before I turned 20 video because tomorrow is my birthday. I hope to upload this before, well, on the day of my 20th birthday, but we'll see how that goes because, you know, I like to make a lot of plans, but who knows if it's actually going to be uploaded. Okay, ahead with this mumble jumble whatever thing. So I have my really cute phone here. It is, I just like this case. My phone isn't really that cute, but I wrote some things that I wanted to share. I'm gonna click on my notes and there's quite a few. Let me give you a little, it's quite a few because I wanted to focus on 20 things that I learned before turning 20, and this was not all that I learned this year. It's kind of like a cumulative 20 life lessons that I really appreciate that I learned, like something I really appreciate that I learned before turning 20, and I'm hoping to have the best 20s of my freaking life, and I hope you follow along to, you know, follow me along. I hope you follow along my journey of being an adult, or whatever you call that. I don't know. I mean, who knows? So let's start off with the first thing, which is protecting your peace. I feel that growing up, I was a huge people pleaser and I just cared a lot about what people thought about me. So I would always let people step over my boundaries and I never reinforced my boundaries. I feel like within the last 2 years, I really started to appreciate my boundaries. I've actually been enforcing them, and most importantly, I understand that I can't lose my mind for another person, which took a few times for me to totally click into my head. But you know, as long as we have growth, right? But yeah, the second thing is that time is always ticking. We do have a limited time on this planet, and I feel like a lot of us, well, a lot of the time, I don't want to talk about other people, but a lot of the time I did not appreciate what was given to me or what I already had in my life, and I didn't really understand my privileges. So I feel like I learned a lot about appreciating my time and just respecting my time on this planet, most importantly. But yeah, that's like the second thing that I felt that was really important. And then the third thing, I'm just like going down my list. So the third thing is that I hope, well, I learned to say, not hope, but I learned to say yes more to things. I feel like at one point I was such a yes because I was a people pleaser, and then I realized that I was people pleasing too much to the point that I said no to everything. And now I feel like I'm finally getting to the point that I am having a balance of saying yes and no, so I am bringing the yes back into my life. I feel like at my age, I want to be living my best life as long as I'm safe and I am protecting myself in all matters, that I should be living my best life. So yeah, I just want to say yes to more things that are fun and be less worried about my future all the freaking time. But that is a struggle of being a Capricorn. And you know, I feel like the other perks of being a Capricorn are greatly more important. So I feel like just living my life a little bit more in my 20s is something I will be looking forward to. And yeah. The fourth thing is time management. I mean, we just talked about time and how sacred it is, but I feel like prior to Daunting Nanny, I had horrible time management. I was like, push everything to the last minute, and that's how I'm gonna live my life, like go with the flow. But I was really just stressing over the fact that I had nothing done. While this year, I feel that I've had the best, literally the best schedule, or the best type of schedule, with like balancing out school, my internship, and then other like freelance stuff that I have been doing. This has been like the most comfortable schedule I've had in such a long time that isn't insanely stressful, and I am also not extremely overworked. So it's kind of awesome to just have a better sense of time as you are growing up, and it's also amazing that I get to share all my experiences with you guys. So yeah, it's just really sweet for me. And then the fifth thing that I feel like was such a big life lesson, I feel like even at, I don't know why I just hit, I'm so sorry for that noise. I feel like even at the age of 20, I made peace with a lot of stuff that I've done when I was younger, and a lot of stuff that has happened to me when I was younger. And I honestly feel that that is such like astounding. Like, it's so astonishing how much your past can have a grip on your future. And I feel that my experiences in my past, I've slowly made peace with a lot of the trauma that I had. Not made peace, but a lot of the things I was having hardships with, or just not having understanding with, I've been trying to really comprehend everything that has happened to me. And some things that I'm okay with that I just don't understand, because you know, some things are not made for everyone to understand, and I made peace with that. So I feel like that is extremely important that I have done that, and I'm greatly appreciative that I had the ability to understand all my trauma, or certain traumas that I do want to understand. If that makes any sense at all, please like this video, because your girl is rambling out here. And then I think another thing that I have really overcame in the last like 5 to 6 years, of course I've also have moved backwards with the situation, but mostly is that your skin does not define you. As many of you guys do know, that I've talked openly about this, that my skin is literally my #1 biggest insecurity in the world. I've had very problematic skin for such a long time, and it's literally to the point that I feel that finally at like 19 and a half, even 20, like almost 20, I finally made peace that it is what it is. I've done my best to take care of my skin to the best of my abilities. I'm going to continue to take care of my skin, but I cannot change like my hormonal acne unless I want to go on medications that I don't exactly agree with. And another thing in terms, I guess we're like talking about self-care at this point, is that sleep is key. I struggle with literally horrific insomnia for so much of my life, to the point that like I'm pretty sure I could have been taller if I actually been sleeping in the time that I was supposed to be growing. So just struggling with insomnia from, I feel like the reason why my insomnia was so bad was because of my overarching anxiety that had such a grip on my life. But I feel like as I've slowly learned how to cope with my anxiety and found more healthy coping methods for my anxiety, my sleep has gotten significantly better. I still wake up every now and then, but usually when it's something that has been on my mind, it's like kind of mind-boggling, I will like wake up. But for the most part, my sleep has gotten significantly better, and it's like to the point that I'm like, okay, well, this is going great, and it's really nice to actually have normal sleep like normal people do. It's honestly such a privilege, and I'm very appreciative that I can sleep pretty well these days. I also don't sacrifice my sleep or anything. I will finish my work before I have to sleep. I will not sacrifice my sleep for anything else, and that is one rule I stand by and continue to stand by, because sleep is important. You feel so much more alive when you get your proper sleep and when you get healthy sleep. So that is something I greatly appreciate. And yeah, I feel like my life lessons are just things I appreciate at this point, but they really are. New York is quite toxic. I used to hate the fact that like people would have to get away from their issues, but you know what? I need to get away sometimes, and I'm okay with it. I would like to get away and regroup with nature. when I was younger, I couldn't stand rural areas, and now I greatly appreciate them for their peace. The ninth thing, I was really just rambling through and I did not tell you the numbers before, I'm sorry. But the ninth thing that I'm really appreciative of is my family and friends. No matter what, I make time for them, and that's something that I've learned to do, like in the mix of me not overworking myself. But yeah, it's really nice to have a good balance with that. And if you guys do know me, sunscreen is literally your best friend. I am very prone to getting burned, and I do have already a massive amount of skin issues, so I prefer to protect my skin as much as possible. Thus I am SPF 50 plus all that stuff every single day, and I am not embarrassed about it. The 11th thing, this is something that kind of hits hard, and it's kind of weird for me to say because I'm always like, so girl boss, get your money up, all that stuff, but at a certain point, money is nice to have and all, but it's not the end all be all to things. I feel like in our society, we're still capitalist, right? Like everything's so money driven, but we forget to appreciate like the really important things in life, like your family, your friends, spending time with your loved ones, just really enjoying food itself maybe. Money does help. Let me say that, like money is very life-changing. It will help you with a lot of things. It'll give you access, it'll give you some type of respect, but it is not the end all be all. It is also not defining of all of your happiness. Maybe some of it, because you know, who doesn't like nice stuff, but it is not the most important thing in the world. I don't know who said that, not me, but you know. And if you do know me very, very well, you would know that I love animals. I feel very at home with animals. Cat, dog, whatever being animal species. I prefer animals most of the time over human beings. And you know what? It's just nature. Like nature is peace. So I don't know how to explain it. It's just very calming. I love animals. They're loving. They're adoring and amazing. But yeah, I feel like it's weird that I include animals on my list. If you don't know me that well, you wouldn't understand. But if you do understand my love for animals, like if you do know me, you'll understand like my love for dogs, and that in itself is just completely different. But yeah, the next thing I want to talk about is how I prefer street food over gourmet food, gourmet meals. For matter of fact, I freaking love just authentic mom and pop shops. Like I don't really care about some Michelin star, whatever. Like it's nice to have every now and then, but I care way more about just having good, nice, amazing mom and pop street food, whatever. I think it's because I'm Taiwanese and that's what I'm like so normalized to. I don't really care about presentation that much. If that food is good, it's good regardless of how it looks. And if it's pretty and it's not good, then are you really enjoying your time? Right? But the next thing is that caffeine addictions are literally the hardest thing to kill, and I am always relapsing. And you know what? It's okay. I went from drinking a measuring cup worth, which is I think a pint of coffee every day, to like a pint of milk tea, to like other liquids. I just really like liquids, and I'm trying to lower my intake of caffeine because at some point it's really horrendous, and I'm surprised that I have not gotten a heart attack yet. Like at this point in my life, but you know what? It is what it is, and it's something that I'm dealing with. And yeah, number 15, house chores are great for coping with stress, and the sound and the movement of it just brings me peace. Like I don't know what is wrong with me. Never in a million years would I think that I like house chores, but it's honestly really nice to do. It's like my like me time at the end of the night, like washing my dishes, doing my laundry. Yeah, that's really it. And I forgot to say this in the beginning, but please excuse my nails. I just re-dyed my hair dark again. Literally done by me, you know. But I literally dyed it dark, and my nails did get a little bit stained from it, but I'm getting it done tomorrow, so don't be worried. I will not be lacking for that much longer. But yeah, so the 16th thing is that like this is like one of the rules I kind of go by. Like if it's a gift, this does not go within the rules, I guess. But if I am to buy anything designer, it has to appreciate over time. Otherwise, I don't like losing money. So if I'm already spending money on it, I want to make more money if I do have to sell it. So yeah, I never buy designer that depreciates, only things that appreciate. And that is just one rule I have. I don't really buy that much designer to begin with. I'm not really into designer. I like quality items and more of a modern minimalist approach to things. So if I do really like that designer item, I will splurge, but it has to be something I debate for a really long time. And that is all. Again, if you hear background noise, it is my grandfather and my grandmother making lunch, so please ignore. And lastly, oh no, not lastly, we still have more. This is just like, I think this is just for the girls or for anyone that does the nails. If you do your nails, you understand that I could cut out all my maintenance. Like I could cut out doing lashes, I could cut out like doing my facials and stuff, I could cut out my hair appointments, but I will not cut out my nail appointments. Like I feel like doing your nails is literally the bare minimum of having your shit together, or looking like you have your shit together, because we don't really know about that, right? Like I feel like that's the bare minimum of you doing just a teeny bit of maintenance. It's self-care. You can never go wrong with doing your nails, and I feel like it's something that is not too expensive to splurge on, and nothing can go wrong if your nails are done, honestly, because you'll still look good if anything goes wrong. Does that make sense? Like, I don't know, like nails are very important to me. I love my cuticles, and yeah, so I highly recommend you find a quality nail tech, stick to her, and they will be your lifesaver, like every month or something, or every 2 weeks, depending on how your schedule goes. I used to go every 2 weeks, but I don't have the time to go every 2 weeks anymore. So yeah, I would love to go every 2 weeks, but I honestly do not have all that time. The next thing I want to talk about is just to appreciate the small things and show appreciation through small things. Like I used to feel that if nothing was extravagant or if it wasn't expensive, amazing, that they didn't really care for me, which is so super shallow. But now I just care. I like care about little things way more than big gifts. Like I don't care if it's a holiday or whatever. Like please just give me something that is meaningful and something I can keep forever. And I will look at and think of you all the time. Like I just love small, like quirky, nitty gifts that are unique in itself, and they don't need to necessarily hold any value, like monetary value. I would hope that it holds value for a relationship or a friendship. But yeah, and this is the second to last one. Lunch dates are always better than dinner dates. I have so much fun at lunch. Maybe because like by dinner time, I'm ready to like eat, go to bed, and like just be on with my day. But I love lunch dates. I love anything that has to do with lunch. Don't know why. I feel like there's also less stress because it is lunch. But yeah, just appreciate lunches, and I don't know how people do dinners all the time. Like I don't really like dinner, and it's more expensive. So lunch dates are a yes for me always. And lastly, work hard, play hard, love hard. I feel like that is how, sorry, my dog. I feel like that is how I am gonna enter my 20s, and that's how I want to continue to live through my 20s, just to be really authentic to myself, work hard, have a good time, and you know, find love in everything I do. But yeah, these are the 20 things I learned before turning 20, or 20 life lessons. God knows what this like name is gonna be, but that's pretty much the end of my video. I really hope that you guys found some interest in it, and maybe it was informative for you. But thank you guys again so much for just following my YouTube journey, or just my life journey in general, and I really appreciate it. I hope you guys have the best 2022, and may you have all the things you desire in life. And yeah, don't forget to follow, like, subscribe, you know, do all that. All my other social media links will be linked below. And again, I love you guys, and Thank you all again. Have a good one. Bye.